this gauge right here, we were over here, and all the lights on my dash were all lit up, flashing. It was beeping on me.
Chief is a family-owned, Nebraska-based company comprised of 7 diverse brands. Chief, trusted, tested, true.
Good morning, everybody. It is a great day to have a good day, albeit a little bit windy outside, but it is Nebraska, so I've come to expect that. I'm just grateful that the sun is out in February. It's a good day to haul some corn, so come along with me as I do that. Today we are in the somewhat trusty 1995 Peterbilt. Is this my dream setup? No, it is not. Does it work excellent for the times when I have to haul grain? Yes, because we have a newer trailer hooked on behind us. I believe it is a 2017 Wilson, and it works well. I don't haul a lot of corn. I use it mainly during harvest time. It gets a lot of use. And then we haul usually sometime between January and February. We don't do a lot of summer corn hauling. So she does the job. She's not too pretty, but you know what? She has a lot of character, and she was really cheap on an auction. So before you say anything about checking the fluids and the tires, my husband was actually running the truck this morning, and he went through that. Checked the oil, checked the water, and all the tires. And we're doing a pretty short haul. It is not too far, so we have a pretty fast turnaround. Going to try to get, I don't know, as many loads as we can in today. I'm a little bit shorter than he is, so I always move the seat up quite a bit. And then let's get this thing turned on. Tires right up. Like I said, it was pretty cheap when we purchased it on auction, but as it usually goes with things that you purchase for cheap, we needed to put a lot of money into repairs and maintenance for it. But once we did that, she's good to go. Like I said, it is a nice day, so I'm going to run with the window down. We do have the good old crank window. However, the main part of the handle broke off. It's literally just a bolt now. Like I said, it gets the job done. I like to feel the breeze on my face as I'm driving. All buckled up for safety. Let's get this thing on the road. Double check, make sure nobody's coming down the road. I am fully loaded right now. Even though the weather is nice, it's still winter time, and so all the snow is melted and it's left the roads pretty soggy, so I try to stay in the middle. Last year in 2023, and once we harvested it from the field, we took it straight from there into a grain bin where it has been safely kept ever since. And now I'm pulling into an ethanol plant where it is going to be used to make a variety of different products. I just want to be sure as I'm pulling in to untarp so that they can probe me and test the quality of my grain. I don't have to do that by hand. I have a remote that can do it for me, which is really nice. Just gotta make it up this hill first. They're taking a sample of my grain right now. Then they will test it, and I have a little tag that like RFID scans. So as soon as I pull up, they know that I am the truck driver and this is my grain. I proceed onto a scale. I weigh a little under 90,000 pounds, and then I get my assignment where I need to go dump my grain. It's really nice. There's no line, so I can just pull right in. And I've been here enough times, I know where I need to stop so that my traps are right where they need to be, above this grate. We don't want to spill any out on the side. After I dump my load, I scale out, get my ticket, and head back to the farm for my next load. I'm always hoping to see my truck driving friends. I have a couple area farmers and people who work for local co-ops, and I love seeing them on the road. I'm a big waver, and so if you see me in a truck, odds are I'm probably waving at you. We have a couple other hired truck drivers that are hauling out of this same bin site. So we have a little bit of waiting to do before we get loaded. Truck, the Jake brakes and the horn. Should we test the horn? Ready? I will say it doesn't take long, but after driving a semi truck, even just for a couple days, you start figuring out a lot of things. It has made me a much better driver of just a regular four-wheeled vehicle. I'm much more aware of my surroundings. You would not believe the things you see in the cab of a semi-truck. It is wild. People, I think, feel like just because you're bigger and maybe a little bit slower than the rest of the vehicles on the road gives them permission to ride your tail, to pass you at bad times. It has made me a much better car driver. And I'm also a lot more gracious about semi-trucks that I encounter on the road because I've been one and I know that it can be kind of stressful and a lot. It's the end of the day. I made it here at 4:30. They close at 5, but I'm guessing I'm gonna be here for a while because we need to go way up there. There's a truck dumping, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks, and then me. It is 4:41 right now. Let's see what time I actually get up there to empty my load and head back home. It's 4:47. And there are 3 trucks behind me. At least there's plenty of entertainment. I've been watching this excavator work. Of course, now that I start filming, he's going to stop. Trust me, he's been moving. There we go. They're doing a whole bunch of renovations. It's been really fun to watch. All right, it is now 5:16. And I was just approached and told that I am actually dumping somewhere else. So I'm going to circle the whole ethanol plant again and dump at a different pit. It is 5:25 and I'm finally dumping my last load. It was kind of slow going, but it's 5:37 and I'm headed home. I am not going to park the truck right away tonight. I'm going to go to the bin site, get another load, so tomorrow morning I will be ready to go right away. It is officially the next day, and the goal is to be done hauling corn today. So I'm in the Peterbilt, and I think Grant is going to get our other truck out so that we can both be hauling at the same time. And I'm having a bit of an issue. I am pulled over on the side of the road, and things have calmed down considerably, but this gauge right here, we were over here, and all the lights on my dash were all lit up, flashing. It was beeping on me. It was pretty aggressive. I think we're good now. It's coming down. I've been sitting here and it's cooling down considerably, but this thing just does not have the biggest engine, and it pulls hard on soft gravel. I'm fully loaded, and it just gets a little warm working hard going up those hills. So we're just gonna give her a little breather and then hit the road again. Truck cooled down, and as soon as I started driving on a paved road, the temperature evened out to like a solid 175, which is very relieving because I did not want to have to deal with a bigger issue today. I want to get this corn hauled and done, and I made it safely to the ethanol plant, and it should be a good day. It's cloudy and very windy. They sent me to this spot over here. I've never jumped here before. Looks like, but I'm watching this guy, and it looks really dusty in there, like he's covering his nose and his mouth. So I put a sweatshirt on, and I'm just going to cinch it up like this so that you can only see my eyes. And luckily I don't have to hand crank. I have that remote to use. That'll be nice. So when I say getting towards the end and wanting to finish up today, I mean get all of this corn hauled in. So after harvest, we put it in this grain bin. And I know it looks big from in here, but this is actually quite a small grain bin. And we're getting towards the end of it. So there's augers under this floor. And then we call this a sweep auger, and it goes around in a circle, and it just gathers all the remaining corn and pushes it down this hole. And it's augered out, and it can go into my truck. You guys should see some of the enormous bins at bigger grain holding facilities. It's wild. Gage just got out of school for the day, so I am leaving him here to sweep out the bin. He's essentially just going to follow that auger around with a broom or a shovel till we get every last kernel of corn, and I'm going to take this load in.